Welcome into Sportz Blitz Live. Luke Robinson here. And a little event you've probably heard a little something about is going to be an alumni game between former Alabama and former Auburn players coming up very shortly, right on August 13th. And it's going to be a fantastic event, all to benefit tornado relief in Tuscaloosa. And I have on the phone with me now Dr. James Sanderson to talk about this event. He's one of the organizers. Doctor, how are you doing today?
I'm great, Luke. How are you doing?
Doing just perfect. And listen, what a fantastic idea you guys have come up with. And I think this is going to be so much fun. So I want you to fill in our viewers about what we're talking about.
Well, a little bit of the history on it. After the tornadoes came through, some of the Alabama players, particularly, because I'm on that side of the fence, we all sort of gathered up chainsaws and started working in some general areas together, and a conversation came up, well, why don't we have an Alabama-Auburn football game? And we have talked about that all kind of different directions. The athletic departments ended up finally agreeing that through the A clubs that would be a good idea. And so we've gotten some permissions through that venue, and we decided that we wanted to, money that we would raise would go toward the governor's emergency relief fund. And that way all of the money would stay in Alabama. And none of the other organizations that we talked with promised us that all the money would stay in Alabama. And so that was something that Auburn's Alumni Letterman's Club and our A Club agreed to. And so we headed in that direction. Ball game is going to be August the 13th, like you said, at Spain Park High School in Birmingham. It'll actually be in the city of Hoover is where that is, and the city of Hoover has been very gracious to us on many, many fronts as we've gotten this kicked off and going down the road. They are providing us the venue and police and fire protection and helping us in all kind of directions with that, and so that's been a very positive thing. Coca-Cola and Golden Flake have also jumped on board with us, and Alabama Power has decided that they wanted to be our cornerstone sponsor. So we're very, very fortunate to have Alabama Power jump in with us and believe in what we're trying to do, and that's a great thing. One of the things that's a real interesting part of this that I did not know is that not in the history of Alabama or Auburn athletics have the two A clubs ever worked together on a single function. And particularly in light of some of the fan things that we've done and had going on in the past little bit, our A clubs decided we wanted to make a statement. And we wanted to make a statement together, and that, there's a lot of us that, I've got a lot of friends on the Auburn side and back and forth from guys that played in the same time that we did and otherwise. And so it's, there's a lot of respect going back and forth, and we want to sort of maintain that. And so one of the things we've done is under the Unite 364 banner, we have decided that 364 days a year, we are united. One day a year, we have another issue that we're intent on, and everybody's working hard responsible for that to make that happen. Another point that's a major point of the things that we want to sort of put out is that this problem from the tornadoes is not going to get solved in a short period of time. And so we have committed to make this an ongoing set of projects that we're going to be doing over a period of time. Once the football game is over, the flag football game is over, and then we've also got a golf tournament on August 15th at Greystone that has got some high-end kind of sponsors that are involved with that. Then we're going to end up looking at other venues to consider doing, and that'll be something that we'll do in the future. But for today, if people go to www.alumniday.com, alumniday.com. You can get tickets there. Spain Park is a venue that that's going to only allow us 12,500 people to come. And so if things ring true from Alabama and Auburn history, that's not a whole lot of people that would be interested in coming. So it would be a real good idea if people went and decided to go ahead early and get their tickets, and that way they would know that they had an opportunity to come to the ball game. We have several people that are going to be there. The gates are going to open at 5:30. We're going to have an autograph session starting at 6. And there'll be people there that you're going to be very happy to get the opportunity to visit with and see. Bobby Humphrey, Cornelius Bennett on our side, Leroy Jordan, Ray Perkins, Chris Moore, some people that we've committed on our side. Randy Campbell, Aldo Greco, Pat Dye, Stan White, Joe Cribbs are some folks that are coming from Auburn. And there's a whole list more that we're working on schedules and all that kind of thing. But we're real fortunate to have all of these different things sort of coming together, and I'm very thankful to have an opportunity to be a part of it. But what else would you like to know, Luke?
Well, I think you said a mouthful there, Dr. Sanderson. I think you gave us all the information we need on the game. I would like to know who exactly will be playing in the game. I know you mentioned some people that'll be there, but I'm pretty good friends with Leroy, and I know that he's not going to be suiting up anytime soon, even though I wouldn't put it past him, and I wouldn't make fun of him, but I don't think Leroy is actually going to be on the field. Who are some players that will actually be participating in the ball game?
We're working on some of that, but I think Bobby may end up playing on that. You're right. Ray Perkins is probably not going to play. And some of those guys, Stan White's been looking at that. We've been talking with Aldo Greco about doing some kicking kinds of things. But we're going to have some really great people that y'all are going to enjoy seeing and have a great time as well for the night. And then also have an opportunity to raise some money and do some positive things.
Well, it's really a beautiful thing, Dr. Sanderson, that you guys have put together. Alabama and Auburn have such a contentious relationship, as you well know. People like to talk about the really hate-filled rivalry between the two schools, but it's very heartwarming to see two groups get together like this for such a fantastic cause. So much tragedy happened on April 27th, and really it's more about the state coming together and rebuilding, not so much an Alabama-Auburn thing. And I'm so happy to hear that there are some former athletes and other former contributors willing to put things aside and know what's best for the state in terms of rebuilding. I think you guys are doing a wonderful thing.
Well, there was one Saturday morning, man, it really affected me personally for a while, and I just pretty much every Friday or Saturday that I could do it, I'd load up my chainsaw. Whether I, as a dentist that's 55 years old, I should have been doing this or not, you could argue that point. But I'd load the chainsaw up, put it in my back of my pickup truck, and head toward where I knew some people were working. And we did a lot of work for a long time. I mean, it had a significant impact on all, pretty much everybody has seen the destruction, and there are not words to describe it. And it's just been an interesting thing. One thing that I found out as we were going through this, one day I was working on a tree with a guy, and he was just working like crazy. And I'm sitting there, and I get almost too hot, and I said, look, I'm going to take a break. He does too after a little bit, and all of a sudden we figure out, well, he's a big Auburn guy, and one of the guys is helping us actually with Golden Flake. And I had no idea who he was. He had no idea who I was. But we were there for a purpose, and that's what we were intending to do was, yes, some money's going to be needed in some different places, but there was also at that particular time that was just standing there and crank up your chainsaw and go to work. And then that's what this whole thing is about, is people getting involved and trying to be helpful. And so that's how we came up with doing this, and really do want to encourage people to go to alumniday.com and get their tickets and come out and have a good time.
So, Dr. Sanderson, it is www.alumniday.com. You can find out everything about this fabulous event. It's going to be a really fun game. Alums from both Alabama and Auburn, as we've been talking about at Spain Park High School on August 13th. Autograph section at 6 o'clock. The game will tip off or kick off at 7 o'clock. And Doctor, thanks so much for being with us. I wish you guys the best with this event, and I think I'm going to make my way up there as well.
Well, I look forward to meeting you. You should be able to find me running around somewhere, and I want to shake your hand.
All right, buddy. Well, listen, I want to shake yours. You're the one doing all the work. I'm just showing up. So I look forward to being there. It's going to be a lot of fun, and everybody in the Sportz Blitz family certainly appreciates what you're doing, and you have our 100% support. And if there's anything we can do to help, though, we'd be glad to.
Well, I appreciate that very, very much. And right now, the thing to do to help is go to alumniday.com and get your tickets.
That's what we'll do. Dr. Sanderson, thanks so much for being with us, and we'll have you on again, okay?
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Thank you. That was Dr. James Sanderson, who is organizing the Alumni Day between Alabama and Auburn, coming up very shortly on August 13th. Go get your tickets at www.alumniday.com. We'll be back in just a minute with more Sportz Blitz Live.